Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to you both.
Okay, we shall give an overview of what we are going to do. We have defined some strategies, and we have put the definition of what you have written in your brief.
Yes,
My colleague Puneet is going to go through it, and then I'll give few examples of of artworks that with the waste segregation, and some examples with defining the techniques and the materials that can be used and what could be created. And then we'll give a
yes.
few examples of our students' work and one of my work that has which I have done using upcycling waste materials.
Well,
That's
that's
okay?
great. So I will stop sharing my screen and let you, of course, share your presentation if you have your PowerPoint presentation. So you
Sure,
can start sharing your screen,
sure.
and of course, I will leave the floor to you both for your presentation on the topic waste to art.
Sure. Thank you.
So the floor is yours.
Okay.
And
Mr.
after 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 your presentation, if there are any questions from our
Sure,
participants, they will be able to
sure.
interact with you. Okay,
Sure, sure.
please proceed.
We'll give the audience an opportunity to ask questions. My colleague Puneet is going to start with the introduction.
Good
That's
morning,
great.
everyone.
Thank
Thank you very much for this opportunity for allowing us to present a bit on the waste to art from the Academy of Design and Innovation. I'm Mr. Puneet, research analyst from the Analysis for the Research Department, and Ms. Gita Rampalsad, lecturer in art and design. So we will walk through the presentation that we prepared from on how we can convert like waste into art products and how we can bring changes to the merchant community. The context for today is the NPCC Innov 2025. It's a competition for secondary schools, MITD, Polytechnic in Mauritius and Rodrigues. Moving on, our topic is waste to art. So as we have extracted this part from the summary sent to us, we know that waste to art is an innovative approach, and this is already being carried out around the globe, not only in Mauritius. We know that when we are talking about discarding materials into creative and artistic expressions, and the emphasis is being made is mainly being made on awareness on the environment, circular economy, reduction of waste through creative reuse, and as well as we have artists. For example, we have Miss Gita herself, lecturer in art and design from so many years. She has worked a lot alongside with her students who are graduates now and who are teachers in secondary schools themselves. They have worked on repurposing many items using plastic, metal, glass, paper, and many other discarded objects. Just to give a hint, we're also working on a new project for Mauritius currently. It's funded by the Mauritius Research and Innovation Council. So we are working actually on using Ravenala fibers and converting it into products that can be used in the local market in Mauritius. We have mixed media works that we also present as potential of waste as a valuable resource. And also we want to serve and raise awareness on consumerism, on environmental degradation while promoting recycling and upcycling on a national, local, national, regional, and international level as well. So a few tips that we want to take into consideration when a student is working on a project. Uh, as we know, we are talking about secondary schools. We know that there will be teams. So definitely we know that there are challenges that are going to happen. Uh, to walk you through a bit about what tips that should we take into consideration when working on such projects. As a team, we know we need to have the soft and hard skills. Definitely, we have students, we have secondary school students. Their soft and hard skills vary as they are still in the learning process, and at secondary level, they don't learn much about as compared if they are at tertiary level. Definitely, working as a team, we'll need to work on skills, taking notes, task list, distribution of the task, meetings. So they need to have back-to-back meetings to understand whether they are in the right direction or not. challenges that we can face, we know that there's a need to brainstorm at the beginning, and the students need to think outside of the box. Definitely, they will have the support of the teacher from the school, like who will be leading the project, and they should make sure that they always meet the targets that they have set. Definitely, they will have many issues coming up in due course, but while coming up with a solution, they can define, while using the timeline, they can easily define solutions. Also, they have to make use of the SMART goal technique, which is very appropriate in solving problems. Definitely, right now we are talking about how we can use waste and bring it into new products. Definitely, we're not talking only about creativity. We're also talking about how we can help the environment in Mauritius. Because if we want to make an impact on a local level, we can also help. We have to educate our students in a way and using techniques of how they can make the difference here. Resources, so definitely there's the background work that needs to be done, research analysis. We talk about primary and secondary resources that we need to use. Tools and materials required, definitely tools and materials. Tools are commonly available. Materials, talking about materials, we talk about all kind of materials. It's not only like we have to go to the shop or to the hardware shop and buy stuff. No, right now we are talking how we can reuse waste and bring it into art products. So how we can use the waste and make the difference. This is another thing that we need to consider. We want to gather materials, tools and materials about the cost implication. Definitely, cost implication matters. You need to respect the cost of the project. And this is also a main factor when working on a new project. It's specifically if you want to develop something. Because, for example, if you want in the future to commercialize the product, so you have to ensure that people are going to buy it later. And involvement of the institution, definitely you need to have it from time to time. It's going to help you in a way of the support that the students are going to have. This is going to boost them to work on new projects that bring innovative projects to Mauritius itself. Idea generation, we have exploration and experiments. Maquettes are really important for you to have an idea of how you can proceed easily. Debriefing with the tutor, this is important. Getting assistance where required. And the final work itself, you need to have the proper space of where you can present your work, and the presentation also should match. Definitely, we're talking presentation. It should be both if you can make mount the product itself at the end, so we can give the finishing touches easily, and evaluation will easily go hand in hand. Some of the examples of how we have categorized the waste. So we have organic waste and inorganic waste. Bringing on to organic waste, we have vegetable waste, which are easily convertible into fibers. Similarly, for cotton fiber waste, we even have wood, which can techniques that they can be reworked on cutting, polishing, joining, drilling, routing, and sanding, and many more. Inorganic waste involve like metals, plastic, glass, ceramic, tiles, and rubber. So you have the techniques on the right side that I've explained, that you can cut, you can bend them, you can join, you can compress them, you can even melt. For example, we're talking about glass. You can melt glass to make new products. But we need we need to have the proper techniques and the proper guidance. And safety, because safety is the prime thing we are talking about here. Ceramic tiles, you can see on the right side of the slide. We have an example of a ceramic tile, the mosaic that a person is doing. So this is an example of how you can.
That's good.
Yeah. Sorry, apologies for the.
No, that's okay. You may proceed.
So we were on this slide of using like organic and inorganic waste. So we were talking about vegetable waste, cotton fiber waste, and wood. You can easily convert into fibers, and wood can be cut, polished, joined, drilled, and routed and sanded. We also have inorganic waste. We talk about metals, plastics, glass, ceramic tiles, mosaic, and rubber. We have a picture on the right side of the slide where we can see the example of a mosaic that is being done by the person. This is a great work, because in this way you can even reinvent and bring new designs, new photos to life. You can even pay tribute to our, for example, we have at our school itself, we have paid tribute through mosaic to one of the great leaders in the world. Moving on, we have plastic. Definitely, I'll let Gita continue a bit about the plastic part now.
As you can see the image itself, plastic can be converted into sculptures. So I've sorted, I've looked for some examples that I can give to the audience. Here you can see that the shapes and forms has been arranged in such a way to create a sculptural shape of a bird, and the way that it has been planned, it's very well organized, and you can see the impact that it does in the environment. It embellishes the area, and it also sensitizes the audience, like, how it can be reused to give a second life, right? Next. So here again, we are talking about plastic. This artwork has been well devised, using same shades of blues, and then they have organized the bottles in such a way to create a very aesthetically appealing artwork that creates an awareness on the environmental pollution that's happening around the world. Another example of work that has been used using Coca-Cola bottles and other bottles. Again, it reminds us of the consumerism and the pop art. If we relate to the history of art, we can find the history of pop art, where they have used the consumerism by repeating one logo or one product that's readily available for consumers. So here is glass and mirrors. Another and one conceptual art that has been done using broken mirrors and glasses, which is like there is the use of random pieces joined together to create patterns in a circular shapes, and it can be aesthetically pleasing in a and in an environment. Here we talking about a Mauritian artist. We are so proud of our Mauritian artist. So Mr. Vic Kumar Sibdoyal, he is a professional artist and working at the Mauritius Institute of Education. He is a renowned artist doing sculptures and paintings. So he uses lots of scrap metals to come up with conceptual art features, which varies organic and inorganic themes. So here we can find that he has done a small um, grasshopper using different scrap materials, and he has given an aesthetic value to the metal, which looks very different, and the context and the finishing is also outstanding. Here is a set of sofas that he has made using the wheels of metals, made of metals, and you can see how he has used the shapes and form and constructed it into something which is converted into something which is cozy and very contemporary. Here's an example of capsules which has been organized and displayed to create shape and form which is really attractive and which can be used in a composition to create an awareness about a specific theme. For example, it can be a political or environmental or social awareness that can be created to give the audience like a message. Yeah, it's a work. It's a in fact it's a some techniques that can be used for paper manipulation. There is coiling techniques and collage, which has been used, which gives um, a very nice impact on how it can be manipulated in different ways. Here is an example of buttons, how buttons has been used in a very aesthetical manner, where it has been organized. We're using different shapes and forms to create an animal which is very vibrant in colors. There is unity and variety in the use of different different buttons that has been used, because we see that there is lots of waste going on in the textile industry, which can be converted into a nice piece of artworks. Here is metal. Again, the metal has been used to create an animal. Normally, an animal is something very soft. Again, here we see there is a contrast between soft and hard textures. I refer to the artist Salvador Dali. Specifically, the work that has been done by him, Persistence of Memory, which is where he has used the contrast between soft and hard conversion, which has got a psychological impact also with the changes that's happening in the world today. Here is another example using paper art. A Canadian artist, Calvin Nichols. He uses very intricate use of papers to create shapes and form which are organic, and the way that he layers the various components gives a very nice, impactful image overall work. Here is another example that done by him, which has very interesting in terms of shapes, form, and the final realization of work. Another work done by him, this is a high relief that he has created using just one simple shapes, one simple example, using monochromatic paper colors, which is really impactful to send a very nice image about the artwork. Again, a paperwork, two conceptual pieces that you can see, paper has been folded to create a book form, and then with butterflies coming out of it, which is really a strong concept that shows how freedom, when we study and we relate to knowledge, how knowledge can be something which brings freedom of expression. Here is some examples of gloss, how it can be converted into design or an artistic purpose, how it can be cut and assemblage together with added values to create artworks. Here is one example using a wood palette, where contemporary artworks using a blend of techniques like textile waste, and how the palette can be converted into something which is very trendy nowadays. Another example, how palette can be converted into something very trendy. Here is gloss again, and as another example of how gloss has been cut and using mosaic techniques and chop and cut glosses, bottles cut on purpose to create a design which is very trendy nowadays. And as we're talking about gloss is something that takes long to disintegrate in our environment. Another example of how tiles mosaic can be used to create a community-based project. As we are talking about schools and colleges, they can use these techniques to create something very cozy for the atmosphere or in the school playground or in the school ground where people where students can sit around and do group works. Another examples of another community-based project where it can be adapted to schools and colleges. This is another composition, conceptual composition, as you can see that ECAN has been used to create an awareness on marine conservation. Here's another artwork that shows how paper has been manipulated in different layers to create a nice composition using different types of blue shades of color papers. Here's another example of scrap metals which has been used to create a conceptual piece of art. Here is rubber wheels. As we know that rubber wheels again takes a long time to perish in the environment, and it goes to the landfills and creates lots of hazards for the hazards pollutions. So here we can see again some works that can be put together as for the school, secondary schools, and even the polytechnics or the MITD, where they can use these rubber tires to create a very user-friendly gardens in their compound. And then they can use the rubber to do carvings on it and paint it, which with a nice, strong conceptual message that they want to send to the population. Here is another mosaic piece of work that has been created. Again, it refers to things that we can do as a secondary and level. Yes, again, some examples on the wheels, tires that can be converted into different functional and decorative items. Another examples of how rubber wheels has been used in garden spaces. Yeah, we are talking about textile waste. As we are aware that textile waste is very important element that goes to the landfills, and it can be easily converted into artworks. Like you can see that collage has been done. This collage, we can use it as a decorative piece in a wall hanging, or we can use it as a carpet as well. If we treat it and then we put different layers of varnish on it, it can be used as a vinyl that can be a carpet that can be used can have a second life. And then on the right extremity, you can see that a wheel has been converted using textile waste to be converted into something which is very cozy for our footrest or a sitting device. Here's another example of textile waste that can be converted into patchwork and decorative panels and can we use as a quilt also to cover ourselves in winter time. And as we are aware that secondary schools, they do lots of fiber works, and the MITD also teaches lots of fashion related subjects, which the students can pull together their energy to create something which is very innovative. These are few examples, but it can be developed further. Here are other examples of how creative embroidery and weaving, quilting has been used to create something which is very innovative. And if we pull our energy together, we can create very strong conceptual artworks out of it. Here is another example of textile craft where creative embroidery has been used together with weaving of waste fabrics to create something which can be very interesting. Some suggestion of using STEAM approach STEAM, which is a very good tool that student can be used, can use. Yeah, so some of the suggestions that for the concept which can be developed is environmental challenges such as climate changes, cultural diversity, innovative communities project, connecting the dots, interdisciplinary journeys. Like you see, there are different mediums of expression. All of them can be joined together to create something which is very innovative. We can use nature, community outreach, or creating a better future, a better tomorrow. Also, we can explore the theme of our core values approach, where we can use values to create a community based awareness on how we can use values in our daily life. Here's another example of organic ephemeral art using organic waste. Things like activities that can be created within the school compound, where they can create, like, an awareness of how nature is beautiful, and how artworks can be created in a very user-friendly manner, where it can be integrated with a purpose, and then it is disintegrate in nature without creating a hindrance to nature. Another example of ephemeral art. So one very important aspect. One very important aspect that we have to take into consideration when we are talking about waste into art is the design process. As you can see, that it's very important to have a topic, an idea, generate ideas, explore and experiment using the different resources that we have got at hand. We have to define what we want to do, refine our ideas, and then we have to make up our final piece, and then evaluate on how we can improve the project, what is the impact on the social and economical uh, social and economical levels. And these are some key elements that we have to take into consideration to have success in our projects. This is one example that's have been done by our students, ADI students, Academy of Design and Innovation, which is done for the National Parks Conservation Service. As you can see, that there is an illustration book that has been used, that has been done, and then a mural painting. And then we have used Goyavdeshin, which is a waste in our forest, as the department is removing it to create space for our endemic species which are endangered. So there's also some awareness campaign that has been done for them, which is in at Le Pétret Resource Center. You can have a look at it if you want to take your students for a field trip. And then we were also created, our student has also created a photo booth, which is on the right extremity. You can have a look at it if you visit the premises. Yeah. And this is one of my works that has a conceptual artwork that has been created in play, which has been created, which was, the message was unity in diversity, as we are conscious that our nation is a multicultural with different religions and cultures. So this, I have used the wheels that has been discarded, and then I have done weaving out of it, and then added few paper craft, and created an conceptual artwork on the theme of message, and message. So it shows the multicultural aspect of Mauritian culture. So now we'd like to listen from you. If you have some questions, maybe my colleague Nilesh can add something about something that we can do for all those who are interested.
Just to add that, we would like to open the doors of the ADI to welcome students and teachers from different secondary schools, even the MIT and Polytechnics, to join us for a one-day workshop that we can organize, like to help them conceptualize their work that they're going to submit to the NPCC. Just to give a helping hand to everyone.
Now we are open for questions.
Thank you, Ms. Gita and Mr. Puneet, for your nice presentation and nice examples on this topic. So I will now invite participants to have, if they have any questions or information regarding this topic. So please do. Okay, but anyways, we have recorded this presentation and we will share it with the schools. I mean, if they have missed something, they can go through your presentation afterwards, right? Because for the time being, I don't hear or see any questions from the participants.
Yeah. Okay, so, no worry. It was a nice to be part of the something that's being done for the country, and we are very thankful for the National Competitive Council
for organizing this.
Organization.
So thank you for your time and for being present today. And we have your contact details. If there are any questions that crop up in the meantime, we'll be glad to share your contact information or any questions that arises from them, and we're going to let you know. So thank you once again.
Thank you very much.
And wish you a nice day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.